Department of Textile Technology, Rangasamy College of Technology, Tirupur. Sir, please welcome address, sir.
Thank you, Arun. So it gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all for today's webinar. The topic: recent innovation in jacquard weaving technology. So I take this opportunity immense opportunity to welcome you all for this webinar.
Others, please mute your thing. So Mahalim, you will be only please enable the thing. Mother, others please mute.
Okay, sir. Okay. So good morning, one and all. So it gives me immense pleasure in welcoming you all for today's webinar. So which we are organizing constantly since the start of this COVID lockdown, to enable the faculty as well as the students to enrich their technical knowledge. Okay. So at this great morning, I welcome our principal, Dr. Gopalakrishnan in absentia. We'll also like to welcome the vice principal and the head of the department, Dr. G. Karthikeyan, who is guiding us in all ways in arranging such a webinars for the benefit of the students. I would like to welcome the guest of today, Mr. Anash Shah. Okay, so I am also proud that I am a faculty for him when he was doing his BTech. I welcome you, Mr. Anash Shah, for this function. I like to welcome our assistant HOD, Dr. Sambat sir, my colleagues, and all my dear students for this webinar. I would like to give a small introduction about our today's guest, Mr. Anash Shah. Mr. Anash is present working as senior lecturer in Indian Institute of Technology, West Bengal. So before that, he has done his diploma in the year of 2005 in the Central Polytechnic, Trivandrum. Then later he worked for briefly from 2005 to 2008 in STA India Limited, a spinning factory in Indore. And later on, he joined his BTech program from 2008 and he completed the BTech program in 2011. Then after completing his BTech, he was working as lecturer in IHT Kannur for a period of 3 years from 2012 to 2015. And from 2000 onwards till date, he is working as a senior lecturer in IIHT, Pulia, West Bengal. So at this juncture, I once again welcome Mr. Anash Shah and give the webinar on the topic jacquard graphic designing and overview. Thank you, Mr. Anash Shah, for accepting our invitation. So you can start your presentation. Thank you.
Okay. Good morning, Nandal.
Sorry, Anantha. Sorry. Very good morning. This is Vice Principal and Head of the Department, Textile Technology. So thank you, Anantha. You are accepting this webinar. Thank you very much. Because this topic is need of the hour. Because the jacquard fabric is luxurious and elegant and some popular textile product with a high value added. I think so. So compared to the traditional dyed and for the other cloth, the jacquard fabric have more opportunity to manufacture for the delicate and durable and some for a complex in the garment or some home textile. I think so. So the market orientation of the jacquard of fabric is also high market trend. So even nowadays running of jacquard can be automated without much human help. In this, the topic is very topic. So, accepting the
Hello.
Arun, you can unmute Anasha.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Very good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, it's unmute. Please unmute and then
Yes, sir.
again.
Am I audible?
Yeah, now it's audible.
Okay, sir. Okay. Good morning. Thank you very much for the nice introduction, and thank you very much for my dear, my teacher Mahalingam sir, and my dear friend Arun Kumar sir, and principal or the HOD. Thank you very much for giving the wonderful opportunity for me. So, shall I start, sir?
Yes, you can continue,
Okay.
sir.
Okay. Good morning, students. So, our topic is jacquard graph designing. So, first we have to understand what is by design. So, design point of view, design is the process and skill of making drawings that show how something should be made. For the sorry. One minute. Okay, students. So, the design is the process and skill of making drawings that show how something should be made. And from this one, for a textile designer point of view, first we have to make the own design. Maybe that design may be made by the designer or based upon his own thoughts. So from that from that design, maybe that is an artistical nature, some like this own type of figure if is made. So as a technical people, we have to make this design onto the fabric by the interlacement of the warp and weft. We know that the woven fabric is constructed by the interlacement of two series of threads, that is longitudinal and crosswise thread, that is warp and weft, due to the interlacement in a definite order. That order may be, we will say it is in a different name, like if it is plain view, tool view, that is the order of interlacement of that two series of threads. So anyone based upon that order, we have to make the fabric. So for that purpose, first we have to create a motif. So motif is the basic unit of any design. From the motif, we have to make the pattern, and from that pattern, our final design is coming. So this is the smallest example. You can see from this figure, this is the motif. First we will create the motif. Then that motif we are arranged in a definite manner to make a pattern. So this is the example of the pattern. So this pattern we are arranging in more number based upon our requirement. So finally we will get the design, final design we will get. So based upon this design, we will create the jacquard, that card punching, we will do it. Then accordingly in fabric, we will get the final design. So this is the basic steps. First we will create one motif. Then from that motif, we are arranging in a different manner. We will get a pattern. Then the pattern we will continue to get a final design. So this is the final view of our fabric. So what are the different steps involved in this? First, we will create for the creation of a design. First, we can say it is a to method 1 is by we can create a unit creation. In that unit creation, first that unit, that means the motif. That motif may be based upon the geometrical, natural, abstract, or artificial manner. Then that motif we can arrange in a different method. That is, independent method we can arrange, inclined method we can arrange, bisymmetric method we can arrange, multisymmetrical, and a turn around. These methods we can arrange it. So to get that pattern. So likewise, the repeat setting. Repeat setting we can classify like Buddha, single Buddha design, or multi-unit repeat setting. So in multi-unit repeat setting, that is the example is drop straight, drop reverse, that based upon rectangular, diamond, OG, or diagonal. That means in the pattern, in the motif, how you are going to arrange in a more number of that unit how you are going to arrange. So these are all the different methods. So here you can see some geometrical pattern. So this is the example of independent, means in the pattern, in the motif, that will independently look like this one. Suppose this is one type of leaf, that will in the fabric, this type of more number of leaf will be there. Either it is only one this type of structure will be there. That's the independent style. Then another one is inclined. But here you can see that it's an example of geometrical, natural, abstract, and artificial. So here in geometrical pattern, here you can see that inclined. That means here you can see this is our original motif. That motif I have inclined. And here also that's a mirror image I have made it. So that's an example of inclined one. Then bisymmetrical. From the figure itself, you can came to know how it will be arranging. Okay. Then another one is multi-symmetry. This portion, then that this is the motif. That motif arranged in different manner. Likewise, this figure also you can see. Okay. Then turn around. This is the one motif. Then that place it here, place it here. In this manner, you can arrange. So that is the example of turn around. So from the motif, how the final graphs are designing. I will instead of going through the theory part, I will show you. That will be more easily you can understand. First, what you will do, students, can you understand? Is anyone please reply? Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Fine. First, what we will do, from the designer, we will get one pattern. Sorry, pattern, one motif, we will get it. So he will generate one motif like this one. So maybe either you can say in the case of customer point of view, maybe one customer is giving one design or one figure to you. That's I need this design on my fabric. What I will do. So maybe that figure, if you're observing, maybe that figure may be 1 inch into 1 inch size. So in 1 inch into 1 inch size in a fabric, that is not visible. That design is you can't see in the fabric. So what we will do, for based upon his requirement, we will ask him, okay, in your fabric where it should be. If it is a in your cross border in the sense in the sari, you know that that is a cross bordered fabric. In this one, this is the anchal. Anchal is this is called anchal is called Anjali, anchal or mundani. Okay, in Tamil and Malayalam is called as mundani. In that portion, what you will do, if it is a single figure like this one, peacock is there. So likewise, so that if it is a single one, we will see that okay, what is the length and width of that to be. Okay, so accordingly, we have to enlarge this motif. Maybe example I'm telling, maybe if the customer is demanding that, okay, sir, I need to 5 inch into 5 inch. So what I will do, first in 1 inch into 1 inch, this type of maybe one figure is there. So I have to convert it into the size of 5 inch into 5 inch. So for that purpose, what you will do, the 1 inch into 1 inch, the motif, I have to make it into a group wise. Means I have to arrange it in a equal parts. I will divide it based upon number of units. In this case, 1 to 4 units, it is divided. Okay. Likewise, you can divide it more. Whenever if you divide it more accuracy will be there in your design. So accordingly, next what you will do, we will select the size of 5 inch into 5 inch, either on the directly on the graph paper or in other paper. You can make the 5 inch into 5 inch. Then that area also you have to divide it based upon the number of division in the motif. So accordingly, while seeing this one from the motif, we will draw the design accordingly. A normal drawing, the what their people are doing the same method. No? Then accordingly, what we will do, we will generate the one final motif based upon our requirement in a required size. That is the 5 inch into 5 inch. Okay, that is the drawing part is over. But for a textile technologist, our real work is now going to start, because we have to convert this design into fabric by the interlacement of 2 series of threads. We have to create this design on the final fabric. How to create it? For that purpose, we have to know that the threads per unit space. So in this case, threads per unit space is either you can say that is ends per inch and pix per inch. So based upon the ends per inch and pix per inch, what is the final size of my design? Suppose, in example, in my fabric or in my loom, the reed is arranged. We know that in reed count, based upon the reed count, the threads per unit space is determined. Reed count and denting order. If the 2 per dent, okay, the reed count will be the ends per inch. Okay, so accordingly, based upon the requirement, suppose in this example, if the size is 64 to 64, so in 1 inch, how many threads are there? 64 threads are there. So what about the threads per repeat for the 5 inch size? In 1 inch, 64. I say, in 5 inch into 5. So ends per repeat. For making this design, how many ends I required? I required 320 ends. Same thing in pickways also. If it is the same size, there also 320 picks they required. Then we call upon the jacquard. I have to see what is the jacquard capacity. Students, tell me what is the jacquard capacity? The number of hooks available in the jacquard for making the design. Means number of figuring hook available for the jacquard, that depends the jacquard capacity. Suppose if for making this design 320 design, the 320 ends design, I have to use 400 hook jacquard, because in market normally jacquards are available 100 hook jacquard, 200 hook jacquard, 300 hook jacquard and 400 hook jacquard. In this manner it is available. Instead of this 400 plus some 8 or 16 hooks are available, that is for the selvage row. Okay, so based upon the number of figuring hook available, we will available for the design making, that we will denote the jacquard capacity. So accordingly, if you observe, the hooks are arranging in a number of short row and number of long row. Normally, what we will do in the case of 400 hook jacquard, there will be 8 short row and 50 long rows there. So total 400 hooks will be there. So accordingly, suppose if you observe in small, what is called a short row, if you observe the jacquard, one hook is there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then next will 9, 10, likewise up to 400. So if you see this manner, 1 to 50, here 50 will be there, here also 50, 50, 50. So accordingly, total 400 hooks we will get it. So number of short row, what is the number of short row? Here 8. So I will select the jacquard graph. Next, our point is that we have to select a suitable count of point paper. Suitable count of point paper. For that purpose, what I have to do? I have to select the number of vertical column and horizontal column in 1 inch. Is tell us the count of point paper. So accordingly, our requirement, what we will do? We will see. Suppose if in my jacquard, in 400 hook jacquard, if it is a 8 short row are there, then what I will do? I will select the count of graph paper. The number of vertical column should be 8 per 1 inch. That type of count of graph paper I have to select it. In some maybe 600 hook jacquard, maybe that may be arranged maybe in a short row, 12 hook will be there. So accordingly, that 12 numbered that hook, sorry, that count of graph paper, I have to select it, right? So to find out that one, what we will do? Suppose on example I am telling, two methods is there. One is you can select the suitable count of graph paper. What you will select? One, you can select the ends per inch. EPI is that is proportional to PPI. That is directly proportional to number of short row. Here number of short row. Okay, what is the number of short row? If it is 8 hooks are there in a short row, then we know that 8 is to number of horizontal row. What is? I don't know. That is we will do X. So EPI, what is EPI? 66 divided by PPI also. I think 66 in this example. So 66, that's equal to 8 divided by X. From this one, I will get the value of X. Okay, the value of X will be 8. That means I have to use the 8 vertical column and the 8 horizontal column for the design. Clear? So this is my count of graph paper. What's the importance of selection of count of graph paper? If you are not selecting proper count of graph paper, what will happen? Suppose here you can see if it is suppose on round is there, but if you are not using not using the proper count of graph paper, what will happen? The size of the design will change. You can't correlate with directly with the fabric. Suppose in fabric, sorry, in design paper, your figure will be like exactly round. But if you are making the final fabric, maybe it may look like this one, because here you have used maybe more EPI, sorry, more PPI than EPI. Okay, so it should be proper. So accordingly, suitable count of graph paper, we have to select it, right? This type count of graph paper we have selected. Then what you will do? I will draw a figure. In your mind, what is the figure is there? Accordingly, after enlarging, you can draw the figure. Maybe if the size is 1 inch into 1 inch, maybe 1 inch into 1 inch. Maybe if the size is 5 inch into 5 inch, what you will do? First step, you have to select the proper count of graph paper with having that much number of ends and a peak in a 5 inch. So I have selected. Then what you will do? I have draw the picture like this one. That's the first step. Okay. Next step, what you'll do? This is called drawing. Next step is stepping. What is called stepping? What do you mean by stepping? I will observe the design. If the line is passing in an intersection point in a graph, this point is called the intersection point of the warp and weft is interlacing in this point. So that is called intersecting point. In this intersecting point, if the line is passing more than half, then I will select this include for the design. So like this one, I will select this line. This also of the above. Likewise, I will select the design. This process is called stepping. This stepping process I have completed. Okay. Next process is that I will arrange the color for the design and the ground. If you observe the design, I am going to make a design with a single fabric. Okay, single fabric. In the case, I am example is damask fabric. In the what do you mean by damask fabric? Damask fabric is the figured structure is forming by the interlacement of means by the use of two beads. That is one is satin and another one is sateen. Okay, this is one example of the damask weave. Okay, so here we know that one area is the ground area. Suppose this portion is ground and this area is the my figure area. So in figure area, if the that is a diamond, so accordingly I will color with the red color. So this is my figured area. Okay, next step, I have to mark the ground area with another color for our easily understanding purpose. That's all. Then what we will do? So this will be the two color I have applied together. Okay, this is the ground. Sorry, this is the figure and this is the ground. Next, what we will do? I will apply the weave mark for the ground area. Suppose I have selected here plain view for the ground. So here, this up to this portion, I have applied plain view. Next, I will apply another view for the figuring area. Suppose in figuring area, I am using 5-thread sateen. Okay, this is 5-thread sateen. So 5-thread sateen is there. So accordingly, here move number 2 I have used mark 1, 2 marking, 1, 2 marking, 1, 2 marking, 1, 2 marking. So based upon that one, I have select this area and fill with the sateen area. So here you can see there is a one figure and one diamond like structure is formed in the fabric. If it is, if you think that okay, what is this is very easy. Oh yes, but if you want, you can use like a peacock or any other or any type of flower. So whatever you wish, you can create by using this technique. Okay. Then after what we'll do, here you can see I will just apply the color. And this area, this weft is there, more weft float is there. For how it will look in a fabric, for that purpose I have applied the for weft for red color I have selected. So accordingly red color is showing that is a weft color and the green is showing the bark color. So after making this thing, our designing part is over. Okay, our graphical structure is over. Next, we know that if you know the design with the help of a draft and a peg plan, you can make the final design. Means first what we will do, first you know that in jacquard in general what we will do, we will use the straight draft. Okay, generally we will use the straight draft we are using. So whenever if you are using the straight draft, the design and the peg plan will be similar. So I can consider this jacquard design as my peg plan. Why it is called peg plan? The peg plan or lifting plan denotes for particular peak what heels to be raised. So in this case, in the first peak, heel number, if we, in the case of heel number 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, this heel to be raised. But in the case of jacquard, what we will do? That is in jacquard, the thread is individually controlling. Means each end in the sense each bar is controlling by using a harness cord. And a separate harness is there. That harness is controlled by using a hook. So in this manner, we will control the jacquard. So accordingly, for controlling individual hooks, for creating the design, we have to cut a card. Okay, pattern card we have to use. This is the pattern card. So while see the design, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15. So accordingly, 1 is second is down. Whenever if you want to raise a particular thread, that portion we will make a cut mark. So for this purpose, this is the cut mark for raising. The green is warp up. So for warp up, I have to make a card cutting. So that's why here hole is there. So 1. The next is left warp is down. That's why no cut. Likewise, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is for the 100 hook jacquard. That's why 4 hooks are there in a short row. Okay, if you are using 400 hook, there will be 8 row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Likewise, it will come. This is for this purpose only. For 40 ends only, this design is there. That's why this is my pattern card. First, we will cut the say lacing hole. Okay. Then this is my designing area, I have cut my card. Okay. So after making, I will make a card lacing like this one. Then marking number. Maybe in your mind it may be doubt that okay, sir, why I can't start from here? That depends upon your jacquard. Okay, that I will explain deeply. So here you can see the final another new design that I have made it. So here you can see all the process I have mentioned in a single graph. So first we will make a just a drawing. You know, that drawing in this second portion, what I will do, I have made a stepping mark for your understanding purpose, then understanding the view or the another color, then final design with the design and the ground area. Okay. So for making the final view, we have to mark the design for the selvages also. That is separately we have to show it like this one. Okay. We know that what are the different types of ties using, what do you mean by ties? The hooks, how we will connecting with the, sorry, your jacquard. Suppose your jacquard is there like this one. How we are arranging this jacquard over the loom. So based upon this one, there will be two types. One is straight or Norwich system, and another one is cross or London system. Cross or London system mainly we are using for the hand loom jacquard, and for the straight or Norwich system we are using for the power loom. In this one, what we'll do, the comber board. This is called comber board. Comber board and the jacquard are perpendicular to each other in the case of London system. In the case of Norwich system, that will be parallel to each other. Okay. So accordingly, the hook position will change it. So next one concept you have to understand the first hook of a jacquard. First hook of a jacquard, how you will find out. If any jacquard, if you observe the jacquard from the needle board, what is the needle board? In your cylinder side, there is a another one small portion is there, that is called needle board. In this needle board will help to hold the needles in a right position. If you facing the needle board, if the first hook will be the left hand bottom corner. Left hand bottom corner, जो needle है, that needle is controlling which hook? That hook will be the first hook. In the case of New England method, mainly we will use the New England method. Okay. But what about the Philadelphia method? In Philadelphia method, if you are observing the needle board, the first needle will be the left hand upper needle controlling hook. That hook will be the first hook. Okay. This is two method. Okay. This is for your understanding purpose. Okay. This is the different types of arrangement. Okay, straight tie, straight aft arrangement for producing single cloth. So just on graph you can see. Suppose if my cylinder is on left side, so what we'll do, the card I will place it here. This is my card. So from here, one needle board is there. The needle board is there. If you observe from here, if your eyes is at here, if you're watching from here, this point. Okay, if you're watching this point, you know that this is your left hand bottom corner. So this hook will be this needle will be the first hook. So this is the first hook. So that hook where I will take the nearest comber board point. So where it is, that is this point. So here 1, 2, 3, 4. Likewise it will come. Okay. So what will be my card? Your card, if you observe, we will cut from this point. One hook. Third will be there 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Likewise, if you have to cut the card. In this case, if you observe, needle board will be here. From here, if you observe, the first hook will be the left hand corner. So that is this hook. So this hook will run through the from here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. If you observe this one is coming from here. 1, 2, 3, 4. But here 1, 2, 3, 4. Likewise. So accordingly, the position also first hook, that position will be here 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So in your mind, what you will think that, sir, what's the necessity to understand like this one? The main reason is that if you are not properly selecting the first hook, what will do based upon your jacquard? Suppose if you observe the design, Suppose here I will make maybe, okay, one figure is there. Okay, like this one is watching this side, na? But if you cut the card from opposite side, from here, if you are cutting, what will happen? It may look like this one. Means in reverse, it will come in reverse. Okay, so it is very, very important to understand the first hook, then accordingly to cut the card properly. Okay, everything is based upon our jacquard. If the jacquard, the cylinder is on the right side, then the card cutting from this side we have to follow. Okay, so it is arranging in a parallel way. That's shown here. Okay, this is the normal system. So how the action is there in weaving, you may study it very well. Okay, no problem. If it is hold, it will engage the knife, and whenever the knife goes up, the hook will rise accordingly. Here the shed will get it. Okay, whenever the pattern card is having a blank portion, it may pull back the needle, and the corresponding hook will pull back from the path of the knife. Okay. So this is the example of straight tie sectional draft. In straight tie sectional draft, this method where we are using, in the case of double cloth, where there we are using. Okay, in this case, in a light thread, in all the hooks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. In this one, first one part is vertically, we will divide it. 1, 2, 3, 4, then 9, 10, 11, 12. These numbered hooks will work for the light threads, and this 5, 6, 7, 9, that will work for the dark thread. Okay, so we will study later, okay, just for the understand purpose. But in the case of sectional tie sectional draft, what we'll do, first hook may be this one, 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 200. This work will for the light thread, and this 201 to 400, that will work for the dark thread. So accordingly, the card will be like this one. For light threads, that will be coming in this part, and for dark thread, that will come in this part. Maybe face thread and back thread. Okay. Whenever the two series of threads are there we will use this method. So jacquard arrangement. You observe this one. Here the cylinder is on left side. Okay. So card cutting machine, we know that this is called a piano card cutting machine. Our design, we will make it. That is called our final design, by assuming that is the straight draft. So that design will be the peg plan. So that peg plan we will make it here. Then based upon the peg plan, we will cut the card. The card we will place it here, and based upon this one, what are the where the holes to be inserted, that numbered here one punch is there, that punch we will press it, and then we will press the treadle accordingly. The hole will be impacted. Okay. So this is one of the computerized card punching machine. Okay. So our final design in a floppy or in a pen drive, we will fill the machine. So accordingly, that will read, and accordingly it will cut the card. So this is the manual hand punching machine. So in this two part is there. Here the card we will place it like this one. Then this upper part we will place over this one. Then we will punch with the like this one. We will hammer it. So accordingly, there the respective hole will be placed. Then finally we will make the card lacing like this one. Okay. So this we will place it. Students, is it okay? Then I will show how it is happening in the computerized card punching. Sorry, designing, that I will show you. No. Students, is there any doubt? You can ask me. Anyone, please. Hello.
Students, you have any doubt? Please ask him.
Students, you can ask questions pertaining to designing. Okay, so sir is expert in designing. Okay, so need not ask about jacquard. Generally, have any design doubt on designing also, just you can ask him.
Okay, then we can start later. You can see this is the computerized designing. One software is there. Many softwares are available nowadays in the market, but these the leaders are on Arahne. Okay, Arahne and Net Graphics, then Wonder Views, Textronics. Okay, these are all the some softwares available in the market. So if you know the manual jacquard designing procedure, this is very easy. Nothing to worry. Just I will show Arahne view how to the design is making by using Arahne software. Okay. So Arahne having different version. One is Arahne Paint, one module is there, and Arahne Drape and Arahne View. These three modules are available. So I will show you first what we will do. First step, we have to make a design. For that purpose, what we will do? We will select the size of the design. For that purpose, new picture size we will select it based upon our ends and picks for the pattern. Maybe in your design you are going to make with a 100 hook jacquard. So maybe our by calculating we know that in 1 inch maybe 50 threads. So the design is on 2 inch. So accordingly the number of ends will be 100. Suppose in 1 inch maybe 50 threads are there. So I want to make it in a size of maybe maybe 4 inch. So the size will be 200 ends. So accordingly, we have to select the number of ends and picks. So accordingly, I will make here for the number of ends, that is the vertical column, and number of horizontal, that is the number of picks in a pattern or in a repeat of the design. That also I have selected maybe 100 for your understanding purpose. Maybe equal size design I have selected. Okay, then make it okay. So then
Sir, I have a doubt, sir.
yes, sir, please tell me. Tell me.
Sir, bulk orders and all, sir. How can we determine the dimensions for it, sir? For bulk order designs.
Okay.
That is
First,
how can we? Yeah.
okay, for the bulk order, first what to do, you have to fix that what is the size of my pattern. One design is there. Suppose in a sari view. Shall I answer later?
Yeah. Sir, let's say the order is about 1,000 meters. They have given the required design, sir. How can I determine the dimensions, sir? Measurements about the height and width of the design.
Yes, Ji. Suppose that you have to decide. The designer, the first choice of the designer is to design the fabric. That means in the total length and width of the fabric, we know that maybe 60 inch width. Out of that 60 inch width, I want to make a pattern of size maybe 5 into 5. Okay, my pattern is coming. Maybe one peacock is coming on 5 into 5. That unit is number of time it is repeating on the 60 inch width. Okay, I will show you. I will show you.
Sir, okay, sir.
Clear? Otherwise, I will show you in the figure. I will show you. No problem.
Clear.
Okay. Okay. I will continue.
We can repeat how many times we want. Okay. Sir.
Yes. If that's first that slide I have shown you. That means you are making in a unit. If it is a single unit, means in a mundani only one big one figure is there. Maybe APJ Abdul Kalam, one figure is there. That is one single figure. So for making that figure, how many ends are there? Maybe it may the width of the design may be 10 inch. 10 inch maybe 60 inch. So we know that in 1 inch maybe 60 ends are there. So total how many? 60 into that much 10 inch. So that much ends will be required. So accordingly, the design size will increase. For that, making that design, we may require maybe 800 or 100 hook jacquard we required. Okay. Whenever we are going to make the design, we have to first priority what is my capacity of my design. Sorry, jacquard. Is it okay? Okay, fine. Okay. Next, we have to select the count of graph paper. Here you understand. The grid line I have to select it. In my jacquard, in a short row, how many hooks are there? For 100 hook jacquard, we know that 4 hooks are there in a short row. If in a 200 or 400 hook jacquard, there will be 8 hooks are there. So accordingly, you can select it. If I am selecting 4 into 4, then what will be the size? You can see the design, how it is going to change. And here you can see 4 into 4. If you want to make it in a size of maybe grid line properties, I can select. Maybe I am going to design with in a short row. There will be 8 hooks. Sorry, 8 hooks are there, and also maybe 8. So accordingly, number of rows in the horizontal column, how it will determine? That depends on the basic formula, that is EPI is to PPI, that is proportional to number of vertical means number of hooks in a short row is to number of horizontal row. So from this one, number of horizontal row, we will get it. If we maybe design 6, means accordingly the size will be 6. If you take it size is 4, so accordingly the graph will change. So this is the selection of proper count of graph paper. Is it okay? Suppose here example I'm taking, okay, 4 into 4 I'm taking. Okay, we have better understanding. 4 into 4. Sorry. Okay, anyhow, I will select for the 8 into 8. That is just method. 8 into 8. Okay, so I have made the size. Next, what we will do? Take the pen. The pen name. Just draw the design. क्या डिजाइन करूँ? ठीक है, वही डिजाइन कर लेता हूँ, वो बाकी क्या कर लेता हूँ, तो सोचा कि इसको बाकी आता है ना? You are thinking that okay, he is only making that bird, but anyhow, suppose anyhow like this one picture you are making. I'm not a good artist. Okay. So likewise here also, for the eye, right? We have made the design. Okay, design part is over. Next, what we'll do here? What's the use of the software? If you use the software, the designing and the stepping portion is already happening simultaneously. So not a problem. Next, what we'll do? We will apply the color for the different parts of the design. So accordingly, ground that is the ground view I have made with another color, and in the design I have select each and another color. Then in how many different parts are there in the design, accordingly I have to select the different color. Then only I can apply the view mark properly. Fine. Then I will save my design. Okay, I will save the design. Yes. Next, close the paint. Next, start the view, ARA view. First view, then go to jacquard conversion. Then I will select the design. Load image. क्या है, कौन सा डिजाइन है बेटा? ये है ना?
4.
Right. Okay. Here you know that my view is there. Here the view is there, but color-wise you can see that is software itself. Color-wise it is separated. Okay. So accordingly, each color we have to, based upon our requirement, we have to apply the different view mark. Okay. First, I will select this color. Then I will select the choose view, then load view. Here you can make your own view. Okay, your own view, you can select it. But for the easy purpose, I am selecting from the library. For in library library, you can select, you can create your own design, no problem. Okay. So that is first part is over. That view is coming here. The next is for second portion, I have select another view. Based from the okay, this is only demo version. That's why I'm not. Some features are off, but for understanding purpose, it is enough for you. I'm selecting different views for the different area. That's all. Then here also, okay. Choose view. Inside that one, our view is there, but if you are unable to view, then I will zoom it. I will select the graph first. Sorry, for that purpose, I have to select the fabric. That color thread pattern, I have to select it. Only one color, I have to select it. Here you can do the stripe pattern or whatever maybe based upon your requirement. So I'm for that purpose, okay, I will select the color 1 M. M color will come at here. Next is the first color of P. Okay, sorry, it is coming, students. Design came or not?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Then based upon our different view, maybe we can show to our okay, based upon the thread pattern, we can do it, and here also you can see how different simulation we can see in the fabric. Okay, how it will looks accordingly. The number of unit and how it is coming interlacement, how it will be looks like this we can show, and accordingly we can save the design. Okay, if you save the design, but here one option is there, card cutting. Load the fabric. Okay, if you save it, then there is a option for card cutting. So if you save accordingly, in the case of computerized card cutting machine, what will do, the mechanically it will cut the card based upon the view that we will the machine will read the design accordingly, then it will view. But in the case of electronic jacquard, what will do, based upon this image, the there is no need of card. From that electronically, they will the machine will read the design, and accordingly the threads will rise based upon the electromechanical. Sorry, that magnetization, that method it will work it. Okay, students. Okay. We wish I can show how to do the just overview. I will give you this type of view you have seen. That is the with the help of a extra warp and extra weft. This technique is that one. This is the formation of extra weft view. Okay. So additional series of threads I am using to create the design. So mainly for the sari weaving, we are using this technique, extra warp and extra weft technique. Means instead of this thread, we are using the jerry. This type of jerry. These are all the either it may extra weft or it may extra warp based upon our requirement. Okay. So this everyone is seen. How to create this design? Just I will go quickly. Same procedure is same. First what we will do, we will make the design like this one. Suppose if then in a design, two parts there, two color we are using. Maybe this portion is zari portion, and here in that one another one thread work is there. So what we will do for that purpose? Design we will make it. Then in that one final design, color wise we will separate it. This 3 1. Then after this extra thread color is separate. This also extra thread. So that's why color wise we will separate the threads. Then based upon the our ratio. In the case of extra warp and extra wave, the ratio is maybe generally we are using 1:1. Means one ground is end is to one extra warp or extra wave. So accordingly, this is final design. This is ground. This is extra ground, extra ground, extra ground, extra. Likewise, then ground thread is interlacing in a plane order, up down, up down, up down. That you have to decide it. Means in a saree generally that is the plane order. So that is the up down, up down. Then the design area. Design is creating by the floating. Long floats are there. Due to that one, the design is creating. Okay, students. If you have any doubt, please ask me.
No doubt, sir.
Shall I stop it? Arun sir,
Anusha. Sir,
shall I stop it?
students, you have any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, students, thank you.
Take the answer. Sir, please give the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Arun sir. Is my voice audible, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you. So, of the KSRCT, I expect to our Almighty for making today's event a grand success. Now, I give us our heartfelt thanks to our chief guest, Mr. Anasha, who spent his busiest time by gracing this occasion. So today we get the opportunity to hear our mind-blowing thoughts on the jacquard graph and designing. So definitely this webinar encourage our students for the future events in making the designing works and creating government, the apparel or in the home textile areas. Your thoughts have enlightened our minds and shown us a new path. Thank you very much, sir, for adorning the occasion and sharing your experience with us. Now, I also express my sincere thanks to our KSR City management, our head of department, senior faculties, colleagues, staff members, and my dear students. Thank you all. Thank you very much. Over to Arun, sir.
Arun sir,
Sir,
sir, you can ask to switch on the video and take some photos.
students and faculty, please share your video.